Did you know that life is a matter of choices? And every choice, guys, every choice you make, it makes you. And this is not my quote, it is a quote from John Maxwell. And I think I just love it, you know? I mean, life is a matter of choices, and every choice you make makes you. So powerful quote. Hi guys, my name is Fabio from Journey to Success, and welcome. Today, what are we gonna do? Well, today we introduce the concept of important life decisions, alright? And how they shape our future. First of all, life decisions shape our future. That's the reality. It is true. They really do. When we're young, we don't think so much about it, right? But the reality is that any choice we make, bad or good, shapes the future version of ourselves. We don't know, let's say, which kind of version will be, of course. Maybe it's one we like it, or maybe not. It could be a good version or not, What is sure is that small choices are like drops of water on the rock, So they may appear insignificant in the beginning, but they can create change. We cannot predict the future, of course. We don't know the type of form you are going to have, but whatever you do, you can surely influence the form it takes. But anyway, before to go forward, as always, please subscribe, guys, so I know this is the right direction to lead you, to drive you, to guide you towards your journey to success. And let's get started, all right? So, what are the common struggles people face when making significant decisions? There are basically two struggles, two main struggles: the fear factor and the uncertainty. So let's talk about the fear factor first. Fear. Fear is an emotion that is connected to the brain's genuine threat response center. All right, for example, if you want to open an Airbnb, maybe you have a fear that no one is going to desire this Airbnb because it is not the best location for you, rather than other Airbnb places in other beautiful locations. So you're afraid about the competition, or maybe because the competition is exactly too high, in your opinion. And this is the fear factor. And then we have the uncertainty, which is also an interesting concept. It refers to not knowing what to do or believe, or being actually unable to decide on something. So uncertainty, guys, is fascinating. It's fascinating because if you believe you are 99% sure about a project, right? That still is not good. It's not good because there is always that 1% of doubt that can grow in your mind. You know what I mean? And an example that I like to mention in this case is the trading. So let's say you want to become a trader. Let's say you want to, to work in the exchange market, but you hear that most people lose money in this field. So as a result, what happens? It happens that you are gonna hesitate. You will hesitate because you feel uncertain based on the experience of others, even if you're willing to take the risk at the end, Now, emotions, guys, play a crucial role in the decision making process. Feelings such as fear, happiness, misery, and anger can all affect the decision we take, okay? I would like to share a personal example that happened a month ago with myself. My energy at work was quite low because something happened and I didn't really like it. It wasn't directed at me personally, but there was a disparity, let's say, in a group plan discussion that wasn't right at all, in my opinion. And this situation distracted me a lot. Okay. See, guys, maintaining a good balance in my job is very important. It's very important to me because it allows me to progress with my podcast. So if there is no balance, or there is something that I don't like, of course it can affect my emotions, which can consequently impact my podcast plans and of course my life and yeah my how can I say, yeah, my life overall, basically, right? So last month my job situation drained my energy to the point where I couldn't write or record as I should. I was very distracted and felt like I was crying inside. I made it work at the end for my podcast, but it was very hard. Now, it is normal to experience emotions. I read somewhere, I don't remember where honestly, but I read that being emotionless can help achieve a certain level of success. Probably, maybe it's true, but that's not the way, in my opinion. Things happen and there is nothing to do, right? Sometimes emotions can obscure our judgment, we know that, leading to decisions we may regret later. But at the same time, guys, positive emotions can enhance creativity and lead to more choices, having so more energies. So, understanding this internal war between emotions and decision making allow us to understand how emotions work and make better choices. Okay. Now, what are the most crucial decisions a person can make that impact all aspects of life? Well, there are basically three points, and you might be surprised by them, 100%. Because they're not that hard points at the end of the story. So there are the who, so who you are with. The second point is where you live, and the third point is what you're doing. So these three are the most crucial decisions a person can make that impact all aspects of life. Okay, and these are important. They are important three keynotes because of them we can achieve a better success for the future. So let's discuss the who and where together in the same context. Okay. So you might be with your family, have a partner, or I don't know, live with your best friend. It doesn't matter. These choices are going to shape you in deep ways, guys. In my case, I decided to live in another country. First, Ireland, when I was around 25 years old, maybe before, and then the Netherlands. I knew that as much as I loved my family, I had to create a different life and cultivate a new mindset for myself. And that meant for me to live with different people in different countries. I mean, if it wasn't for my departure, I would never know people like, Tony Robbins or Eric Thomas, for example, platonically, of course. So for me, it was important to enlarge my mentality. It's funny because before Netherlands and Ireland as well, I previously studied in Sicily for a while, which is a different region than Calabria, where I was born, still in Italy, right? I was still visiting my family a couple of times a year at the time, sometimes more. And I remember living in Sicily with a friend, and it was great. Everything was around gaming, food, eating like 6 hot dogs each. I still remember there was this offer of 5 hot dogs, 10 hot dogs plus two. So it was amazing. And we used to watch anime. We were enjoying the life, guys. All right. It felt so light and so right, in even if some part was wrong, honestly. But I miss those days. And even if my years in Sicily did not contribute much to my personal growth, so they made me understand something about my personal growth, about who I want to become, all right, and the reason why I want to achieve a certain type of financial freedom. But regardless of that, I mean, they didn't contribute directly to my personal growth, but still they helped me. They helped me to understand who I want to become, and they helped shape the Fabio I'm today as well. Okay, the one who sometimes needs to take a break, Mm? The truth is, I feel better when I give myself some nerdy time to recharge. That's important for me because I can use this energy to achieve my goals. Sure, at that time, I didn't realize how important personal growth and development material were. But that years in Sicily, guys, shaped me into a person who I love today, mm? Including especially the nerdy part. Anyway, it was okay. It was first Calabria, okay, with my family, then Sicily with my friend, still in Italy. So Calabria and Sicily are two regions in Italy. Then we have Ireland, and later on we have Netherlands. And during my years in the Netherlands, I discovered the value of motivational speakers. Honestly, I believe my passion for helping others achieve success comes also from this. So I start to explore motivational music and talks while I was sporting. So was truly uh, was a casualty, honestly. And um, and see, that's what I want to say. As you can see, it's so important to change the environment, guys, especially when you are with the right person, of course. Also, Ireland, after Sicily and before Netherlands, taught me which person I want to become. um, Maybe a trader, maybe a life coach, or maybe something else. I was still brainstorming, with myself about my persona between ups and downs, missteps, lack of direction, especially lack of direction, something that I discovered this year. So the moment you discover your direction is the moment where you can really target the way you want to be to achieve your goals. All right. Anyway, still, even if I was brainstorming during Ireland and my first years in the Netherlands, even I was still strangling in a mindset way and try to understand who I want to be. Well, it was helpful. It was helpful because it still shaped me to the person I am today. All right. See how much important is to go out. Now I live in the Netherlands properly. So I don't know if I'm going to be here forever. I don't know. But I am with my fiance right now. I love her. We love each other. And I know she will be my wife one day. We have similar perspective on lives. And this match helps us grow together and brainstorm new ideas. So look at how fundamental it is to consider also the person who you are with and where you live, because it shapes your perspective and your mindset more than you think. Okay. Hey guys, just a quick break. Here at Journey to Success, I want to welcome you into something special, the Journey to Success Club. It's more than just a newsletter, you'll be part of the club. And when you subscribe for free, you'll be the first to know when new episodes are out. And you will also get extra inspiration to fuel your own journey. On the website, you will find inspiring insight designed to keep you motivated and moving forward every day. And if starting a podcast has ever been your dream, there is a premium section waiting for you, filled with guidance, tools, and strategies to help you make it real. Join us now at journeytosuccessclub.substack.com or just click the link in the description. We are in this together, guys. Now, back to the show. Now, guys, just to understand better, right? The town where I used to live, Calabria, has a population of only 1,700 people. Now, living in the town didn't look like an option, in my opinion. It felt more like a necessity, especially if you come from an average background rather than a wealthy mindset, something we talked about in the previous episode, okay? So, could I have chosen the life I have now while staying in a town of 1,700 people with my family? I mean, would I be this version of Fabio that you know also from this podcast? I don't know. I would say no, honestly. And also, my family now, they're working in Switzerland. So, but anyway, no. I would say no. We can't be sure, that's for sure. We can't be sure. The truth is that for this kind of version of myself, it would probably have taken much longer time than it has already. That's for sure. So that covers the first and the second point. So we talk about the who and the where, guys. All right. Now let's talk about the third point. What you're doing. So what you're doing, guys. What are you doing right now with your life? I tell you what I do. Hmm? Uh, I work still for a company. I feel okay. Let's say I feel okay. That's okay for now, and so I feel okay with my 9 to 5 job. I mean, once I can finally monetize my passion, I plan to leave, of course. However, the truth is that regardless of my current job and some small issues, that's totally normal in a company. Generally, I've had many negative experiences with jobs before this one. I've also had some wonderful experience, of course, like working in a castle hotel in Ireland with my friend Miguel, who was the manager, and making pancakes in the Netherlands with another great guy. But I mean, overall, between university and jobs, it was a disaster, I have to be honest. Uh, so if you are not here for the first time in this podcast, you should know that everything is useful for our journey anyway, all right? Our journey to success. So, of course, I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything, nothing. But I tell you something, it was challenging. Hmm? It was really challenging. And all the ups and downs, let's talk about the downs in this case. So, all the downs made me bring to the person I want to be and made me shape to the person I want to become. Hmm? In a way, also to reach that financial freedom that I seek so much these days, these months, these years, honestly, especially these days, actually, because I feel I'm more and more close. But these adventures, all these adventures, all right, um, have motivated me to find something better anyway, something that makes me happier and gives me a sense of freedom. And for example, right now, yes, I work for a job 9 to 5, but I work from home remotely. And this gives me time. So this kind of perspective and energy gives me time to work for my podcast, right? Um, what else? Well, I have to say, this is my perspective, of course. It's subjective. So I'm saying to you what is ideal for me, but what is ideal comes from the fact that I left my town and met different people that brought me to a different place. Mm? And I'm happy where I am right now. Okay, very happy. Also, honestly, I know people who are generally happy in their jobs. All right. In my case, there is always some compromise. For example, the fact that I work for a job 9 to 5, but I still work remotely. For me, it's a big advantage because I'm not a company person, not at all. But in the Netherlands, I notice, um, I learned that the work environment can be fun and light. That wasn't my experience, of course, but I saw it with people around me and with my fiance as well. So, see, it's not always financial freedom and, you know, try to wake up whenever you want because you have enough freedom and money. No, it doesn't work like that. So of course, everyone has his experience, okay, and based of that experience can be happy or sad. It depends. But here's the point: how can you figure out if something works for you? Whether as an employee or an employer, if you don't risk out first, okay? Especially with the who and the where. and now with the what you're doing. So how can you? You can't, of course. And talking about the who and the where, you can only achieve the best at what you do if you surround yourself with people who are more successful or more skilled than you, all right? As I said, it doesn't matter if you work for someone else or not. What is important is that you understand who you surround yourself with and where you are. That's very, very important. Now, let's summarize the key insights, all right? First of all, every choice we make, big or small, shapes the person we become. Small choices shape your future, guys, period. It is not avoidable. Like drops of water on stone. Even a tiny decision can build something in a long run. Okay, we may not notice daily, but over time, they define who we are. Then we talk about the two biggest obstacles in decision making. So we talked about the fear, rooted in the brain's street response system, and hold us back from starting things. We made examples like the Airbnb, but generally, side business, also what I'm doing, whatever you choose from scratch. There is a small fear, and you always have to overcome, of course. And then we have the uncertainty is fascinating in my opinion, because even 1% doubt can overpower 92% confidence. We hesitated based on other people's failures or opinion. It is absurd, but that's what human being does. And of course, for me, it's totally wrong. Then also, we talked about emotions, about the fact that emotions influence choices. Okay, so negative emotions like stress and frustration can drain motivation, and positive emotions fuel creativity, energy, and action. We also talk about the three most life-defining decisions. So, who you are with. So, relationships impact your mindset and personal growth when you are with the right person. Where you live. So the environment affects vision, ambitions, and the possibilities. And what you do, guys. So your work or passion defines fulfillment and direction. What else? What else? Each place or relationship can extend your mindset. Okay. And you can find inspiration through motivational content and new environments, like I did. And overall, guys, I think we did it. We did it for today. So we learned that you can't grow without taking risk in people, places, and paths. That's what you learn. And you discover what's right only by trying, exploring, and moving forward. So if you're stuck in the same place, you're not going to learn anything, of course. Yeah, you're not going to fail, but also you're not going to succeed, okay? So be intentional with your choices. Choose people, places, and patience that aligns with your growth. And remember, guys, that your future self is being shaped by the decisions you make today. Now, I want to hear from you as always. What decisions are you making right now? Is it about who you are with, where you live, or what you're doing? Drop a comment below and let's open a real conversation about the choices that shapes us and the future we are all building, of course, one step at a time. If this episode resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself, guys. Share it with someone who is intentional to improve his or her life, all right? And don't forget to share this episode. Share it. That's how we build a community in a way to reflect, to grow, and support each other. Thank you for being here on Journey to Success, and appreciate every one of you. Until next time, stay intentional, stay grounded, and keep growing into the person you're meant to be. Cheers.